For 28 years, an entire generation of Norwegians grew up never once seeing their country play in a World Cup. One of them grew up to become the best striker on the planet. Norway have played at the World Cup 4 times: 1938, 1994, 1998, and now 2026. Their best ever result in all that time was the round of 16, reached twice and lost both times to Italy. The 90s were different. Under manager Egil Olsen, Drillos, direct, disciplined football took Norway to second in the world, their highest ranking ever. The high point, 1998, when Norway beat defending champions Brazil 2-1. Still one of the greatest results in the country's history. That squad included Henning Berg, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and a young midfielder named Ståle Solbakken. Then, nothing. For the next 28 years, Norway missed every major tournament there was. Ståle Solbakken took over as head coach in December 2020. A player from that beloved '98 squad, now trying to bring the country back. It didn't happen quickly. Norway failed to qualify for the 2022 World Cup. Then, Euro 2024. Redemption came in 2026, qualifying. Norway won every match, 8 for 8, 37 goals for, 5 against, including an 11-1 demolition of Moldova, 2 separate wins over Italy, 3-0 at home, then 4-1 away in Milan. That win in Milan clinched qualification outright, Italy's first ever home defeat in a World Cup qualifying match. Haaland finished qualifying as the top scorer in Europe, 16 goals in 8 matches, twice anyone else. Norway's federation marked it with a special gold crest, worn for the first time against Italy. Erling Haaland was born in Leeds, England in 2000. His father Alfie was playing for Leeds United. Erling holds dual nationality. He could, legally, have played for England. The family moved back to Norway in 2003. Erling joined Breen's academy, playing for Norway's under-15s by 15. Alfie Haaland played for Norway at the 1994 World Cup. Father and son, one generation apart, both World Cup players for the same country. Erling made his senior debut in 2019, then watched his country miss Euro 2020, the 2022 World Cup, and Euro 2024. 3 tournaments in a row, missed. His own words before this tournament. Qualifying, felt missing. It was about time. He had never, in his lifetime, seen Norway play at a World Cup. In March 2026, he paid roughly $136,000 for the only surviving copy of a 1594 Viking history, and donated it to a library in his hometown. Former England manager Gareth Southgate has said it plainly. England lost the race to sign him as a boy. Martin Odegaard was signed by Real Madrid at 16, a teenage sensation. Loan spells followed at Heerenveen, Vitesse, Real Sociedad, before Arsenal made it permanent in 2020. He made his senior Norway debut at just 15 in 2014. In March 2021, Solbakken made him Norway's captain at 22. He became Arsenal's captain in 2022. Weeks before this World Cup, he lifted the Premier League trophy. It wasn't simple getting there. An injury-hit season had some Arsenal fans discussing selling their captain. He arrived with a point to prove. He ended qualifying with more assists than anyone in Europe, 7. At the World Cup, he assisted in each of his first 3 matches, only the 3rd player on record since 1966 to do it, and the first in 16 years to assist 3 straight. He finished with 4 assists in 5 matches, led Norway's entire press, and remains, simultaneously, the captain of Arsenal and the captain of Norway. Before they even left Norway, the entire squad was photographed in traditional Viking clothing, on the bank of a fjord. Not the usual airport send-off, something else entirely. They called it, "The Vikings are coming." It became the defining image of Norway's tournament, before a ball was even kicked. June 17th, Gillette Stadium. Norway's World Cup begins. Minute 29. Haaland converts a low cross from David Müller-Wolf, his first ever World Cup goal. Iraq level through a header from Ayman Hussein, but Haaland restores the lead almost immediately, pouncing on a goalkeeping error. Odegaard's tournament starts here too, a corner kick, an assist, the first of a record-tying run. Christian Thorsvedt adds a fourth goal late on. Haaland gets the assist this time. Final score, Norway 4, Iraq 1. Ask if he's the best goal scorer alive, Haaland demurs. Kane and Mbappe scored more than me this season. That's the reality. June 22nd, Norway 3, Senegal 2. The result matters less than what happens after it. Players sit down on the grass. A teammate starts beating a drum. Together, the whole squad performs a synchronized rowing motion for the first time. The Viking Row. By that night, fans are doing it in the streets of Oslo. Within days, Times Square, New York subway platforms, and Dallas-Fort Worth airport police doing their own version on the tarmac to welcome the team home. Google added a small animation of it to search results for Haaland's name. It becomes the single visual signature of Norway's tournament, repeated after every win that follows. June 26th, Norway 1, France 4. It looks like a setback. It isn't. Norway had already secured the knockouts. This was a dead rubber, and Haaland didn't even play. Norway's only defeat of the tournament, and it changes absolutely nothing. June 30th, Arlington, Texas, round of 32. Norway's first ever World Cup knockout match. Minute 39, Odegaard finds Antonio Nusa, who curls a stunning strike into the top corner. A third straight match with an Odegaard assist, tying a record that stood since 1966. Ivory Coast substitute Amad Diallo equalizes in the 74th minute, a brilliant solo finish. Minute 86, Patrick Berg finds Haaland clean through. Norway 2, Ivory Coast 1. Norway's first ever World Cup knockout win. Coming almost exactly 28 years after their most famous win of all, against Brazil. Which is exactly who's waiting for them next. After the final whistle, it's the captain himself who grabs the drum, Odegaard, leading the Viking Row. July 5th, MetLife Stadium, round of 16, Brazil. A tense, goalless first half. Nyland saves a penalty from Bruno Guimaraes, then denies Vinicius Jr. and Martinelli. The second half slows into a standoff. Minute 79, Haaland rises above Arsenal's own Gabriel and heads in a cross from Andreas Schelderup. Minute 90, he doubles it, a low drive from distance. Schelderup again the provider. His sixth and seventh goals of the tournament, level with Messi and Mbappe. 10 minutes into stoppage time, Neymar converts a penalty, reportedly his final ever appearance for Brazil. Final score, Brazil 1, Norway 2. The exact scoreline of Norway's famous 1998 win over the very same opponent. One of the most insane days in Norwegian history, Haaland says afterward. Norway have now never lost to Brazil. 3 wins, 2 draws, 28 years apart. July 11th, Miami, the quarterfinal, the first ever World Cup meeting between these two nations. Minute 36. Odegaard picks Harry Kane's pocket, finds Shelderup, whose shot flies in off the post. Norway lead, his fourth assist in 5 matches. First half stoppage time. Jude Bellingham equalizes, set up by Anthony Gordon. Minute 55. Torbjorn Hegem thinks he's restored the lead. Ruled out, a foul by Haaland in the build-up. 1-1 at full time. Extra time. 3 minutes in, Nyland saves a long-range effort, but spills the rebound. Bellingham reacts fastest. England lead. His second brace in as many knockout games. Full time, Norway 1, England 2. Norway's tournament ends, at their best ever finish. Before the match, Haaland had called Norway's chances really low, the pressure fully on England. England's manager on the opposite problem. If we give space to Odegaard and the midfielders, any team will suffer. "2 a.m. in Oslo. Thousands of fans still pour into the streets around the royal palace. One last Viking Row. Fireworks, the national anthem, sung in the street. Even now, the pride is bigger than the result. A run that, a few years ago, would have seemed impossible. Haaland leaves his first ever major tournament with 7 goals, just one behind the leaders in the Golden Boot race. Odegaard leaves it having outproduced almost every attacking midfielder alive. And Solbaken's own circle closes. The player from the '98 squad who, as coach, brought Norway back, and further than they'd ever been. The boy who never once saw his country play a World Cup now has 7 goals in 1. Nobody has to wonder if Norway belongs on this stage.